Hello everybody, Jessica here, welcoming you back for a wonderful seated lower body workout. Today we're going to be using slower, low intensity, low impact exercises to help us strengthen and tone the muscles through the legs while also improving joint health. Let's take a second to get set up for today's workout. You will need your chair. We are completely seated today, no standing options through any of our movements. I will be using a light resistance band to help really engage those muscles through that slower work, putting them under more tension without adding in weight to the joints. The band is completely optional, but if you would like to include that, go ahead, grab that in your setup. Take a quick second here, get it all together, and we're gonna get started with our warm-up right now. We're gonna take a few movements here to stretch the muscles and open up some joint mobility. So if you are working with your resistance band, set it to the back of the chair or somewhere handy. We'll get to that in just a second. Take those feet out in front of you and go ahead, allow yourself to rest against the back of the chair. And we will lightly lift the right foot, point the right toes, gently opening the front of the ankle. Easy movement through the knees, and we'll alternate here for a few more sets. You do not need to come into a fully extended knee. Soft bend is okay. Let's go ahead and switch this up. Flex those toes towards you. Imagine pressing and lengthening through the heel of the foot. Again, alternating for a few sets. Last set here. Take it on down. Let's go ahead and pick up this right knee and take 5 circles out. How big, how high, and how low, completely up to you. Great job, finish through, set that one down, switch it to the left side. Try not to turn the trunk of the body a whole lot, keep it in the hip. 2 more if you are paced with me. Great job. Now keeping the right leg low, take it back out, circle it up and in for 5. Switch it on over to the left. Set that one on down. Go ahead underneath the right leg, pull this up and in. Find a stretch for the glutes and for the low back. You can take ankle circles here or just allow that right foot to relax. If this feels too tight or uncomfortable in this position, the strap that you may or may not be using is a great way to fill in that space if you need to. Set that one on down. Let's take it to the left side. A few more seconds. We're going to get a nice hold on this one. Ease it on down. And now this is a very big stretch for very early on. Cross low. Little bit higher, or if you are able to get it all the way up and over, take this here and starting from yourself resting back, just grow yourself tall, ease yourself forward as much as you need to find that really deep hip glute stretch. If you joined me for our workouts earlier this week, we had some really challenging moves for the legs, and there still might be a little touch of tightness in those muscles, so we're taking the opportunity to work that out. And if this is the first time you're joining us or first time this week, that's okay. It never hurts to be proactive and avoid especially this really sensitive area tightening up. Let's go ahead and switch it out. So today's workout is really focusing on moving slow, focused, and controlled prioritizing form over speed or endurance. So we're really going to be working those muscles. You're going to feel that work, but we're really backing off and letting those muscles work under that tension without having to worry about going fast, without having to worry about coordination and figuring out the moves. You're really going to feel yourself getting nice and strong here today. But if something doesn't work for your body, please feel free to modify that exercise in any way that makes it more comfortable for you. And if you need to, substitute something else in entirely. Let's go ahead, take those feet on down. We'll take a few toe lifts here, keeping the heels down. Focus on working from the shin muscle rather than flaring the toes up. And it's such a small movement. Do not underestimate how important this dorsiflexion strength is. You have to lift the toes for fall prevention. So many falls happen by toes catching on a rug, stairs, a curb. Let them work here. No right or wrong number. We're just going to keep going. And when you need a break, pause. But we'll give it a good amount of time here. All right. Beautiful job. Let's take 3 more. If you've got it, no pressure. Last one, shake them out. I think we are ready to get started. So if you are working with that band, go ahead and loop it on around the lower leg. And you want to make sure that you are clear of any joints. So we're not on the ankle. We're definitely not on the knee. We're going to go ahead and pull some space and tension into this band to start. You want to make sure that that low back feels good. Tuck it under. You can rest against the back of the chair if you would like. Extend the right leg. We're going for 10 here. Toes lifted, but not actively flexing up. See how everything feels here first. Full extension in the knee is not necessary to get these thigh muscles to engage. So if you need to back off of it for that knee joint, that's okay. Smaller range of motion, soft bend in the knee is fine. Two more here. If you are with me, I did give you just a few extra on this side in case you needed to figure out those modifications. We have that option here on the other side also. So same considerations here, same form. Toes lifted, but not actively working or straining. Focusing on this nice front thigh muscle here. Final one. Great job. Let's go ahead, take it back to that right leg. Same thing here, working nice and strong, those thigh muscles. Find the work, make sure the joints feel good. Left leg is resting here a little bit. Final one here for the right leg. Take a quick second here, just pause. You can release some of that tension. Take it back out. Let's go 10 on the left. Last set of this here. Final two. Try not to let that knee buckle in. I kind of caught myself there. Good sign those muscles are getting tired. Great job. Now go ahead and lean on forward, and we're gonna place this band around the malleoli here, so technical term, but the bump around the ankle, anchoring it down there just best that you can. We're gonna step those feet out, pulling a little bit of tension. Great exercise here if you have flattened arches or a little bit of weakness through the foot or posterior tibialis. So we're gonna turn those toes in, heels out, and take 10 calf raises here. Keeping tension on the band, adjust it as you need to. And it'll feel different than a traditional calf raise, but you shouldn't feel any pain, burning, tingling, things like that. It should feel comfortably, uncomfortably like work. Like we're working those muscles, and you kind of have to find that line between, is this irritating or is this work? Two more here. Okay, great job. Step those feet in, slide that band back up. So lots of movement here with the band today. We're not in a rush, right? So go ahead, turn to the right hip, step the right leg to the floor, anchoring it down, and just enough that you can pulse back with a bit of a straight leg through the left leg. No movement through the hips or pelvis. You're working from the leg, not the low back. If you're with me, we've got two more. Step it on over, switch to the other hip. Adjust the band along the way if you need to. That little break up in between those exercises gives those muscles a bit of time here to left foot to the floor, anchoring down. You can hold on to the back of the chair, press this right leg back. Feeling the back of the leg work. Two more if you're with me here. Slide those hips into the center. Beautiful job there. Go ahead, take that band down low again. Taking time, making sure, setting it up really well. Some shoes are better for this than others. Toes wide, knees stay out. If you need to kind of place the hands to prevent them from buckling in, that's okay. Just make sure everything is comfortable. And we're gonna go for 10 raises here. Fighting against that inward pull of the band. Two more. Beautiful job. Turn those heels back in. Pull that band up again to the middle of the lower leg, to the right hip. We're switching it up just a little bit this time. So, extending the left leg, instead of pressing down and back, think about lifting up and out. Again, not working from the low back. All the movement is happening in the leg. Tough. Two more here. Kind of combining in the thigh with the back of the leg muscles. Step it in, switch it over. We will repeat the same thing for the right leg. 10 repetitions here. They're all good repetitions. I'll take less good form repetitions than more so ones. So if you can give me 5 really good ones here and you need a break, that's okay. Meet your body where it's at. Great job. Take it back to the center. Slide yourself a little bit so that this left leg has room to move behind you. And we're gonna step the right foot forward. Band is still placed to the middle of the leg, so no need to switch it this time. We're gonna pull this left heel up and back. Just tap it to the floor if you need to. Try not to lift and lower through the knee. It stays in the same place. Imagine pulling with the heel. Place that foot next to the right one. Roll to that hip, touch the toes. You're gonna have to keep space on the band or it will fall. Open out with the left leg. One here, and we go right back where we started. Set it to the right hip. Left leg is gonna step back behind us. Make sure you're sturdy in the chair. 10 here. Take a break when you need to, slow down. Beautiful job. Roll it back to the right hip. Find placement that works for you. Left toes to the floor or to that right leg. You're gonna have to keep that open. Pulse it out. Body is not turning. It's just the leg opening and closing. Final 2 here. And 10, bring it back to the center. Great job. So swing on over a little bit more centered up through the left hip. Right leg will step back this time. We're gonna repeat those 2 exercises, 2 sets, 10 repetitions. So nice and easy on our way through it. Start it off here. This side could be different. Make sure that that knee is staying in place. We're not lifting and lowering. Not using the hip here. Using those hamstring muscles. Last one, and we'll go to our clamshells. Roll it on over comfortably to the softer parts of this left hip. Rest on the back of the chair. Hopefully it's nice and stable. Open up here, right leg. Find placement that works for you. Last one. Great job. Bring it into the center. 10 more step backs. Focus on using that hamstring muscle. And then we'll go 10 more clamshells and we'll move on. Last one here. It's a burning a little bit. If they're talking to you, you're not alone, me too. Do that left hip, roll it on over, find a comfortable position for this rest of the body while you work that right leg here. Final two. And bring it on to the center of the chair. Great job here. Okay, up around the middle thighs this time. Step those legs out wide. Plant them to the floor, squeezing through those glute muscles already, and you might kind of feel yourself pop up a little bit. So we're engaging through them from the start. Holding that, pulse this band out 10 times. Slow on the release. So out, come back in nice and slow, working under that tension here. Final two. Okay, slowly slide those feet together. Slide the right leg out 10 times. Squeeze through that right glute, engage it, make that muscle work. Doesn't have to be a lot, even just a little bit, we'll take it. Do what you can here today, and over time, you'll find that it becomes easier to start doing a little bit more and a little bit more, and that's how we build slow, patient, consistent strength and progress. Last one here, leave it out. Step that left leg out, squeeze through those glutes. Right side is gonna be barking at you a little bit. Pulse it out 10 times. Final one here. Hold, release in slowly. So fighting the pull of that band. Right foot stays here, in and out 10 times with the left. Band is not going to pull you back in sharp and fast. You're resisting that tension on the way in. Squeezing through this glute. Last one, and I'm pretty sure you can guess. Leave it out. Step the right leg out. Now, if you need to kind of adjust it around, that's okay. Make sure the band is clear of that knee joint. Squeezing through both glutes here, pulsing out. Don't push that belly button forward. I know they're getting tired. You're doing so good. Hang in here. It's okay if you need a break. Final one, 10, slowly release. Great job. I had to close my eyes and go to my happy place on that one. Lower this band on down, tuck the right leg underneath a little bit, extend through the left, and roll this leg out to the side. I want you to think about lifting, and it's going to be a small movement, lifting against the band with that inner thigh. So lift and lower. You're gonna feel the inner portion Ooh, they are so tired. Inner portion of those quadricep muscles here. You're gonna feel inner thigh, and it's such a small movement that we have this tension on the band to pull against. If you're not working with the band, you can get a bigger movement, find that work. Shake it out anytime you need to. I'm here struggling with you. We'll get through this. Final one here. Set it on down. How are those legs doing? We've got it, right? Shimmy, shake it out, catch your breath. And let's go same thing here. Stepping back with the left foot, just kind of getting it out of the way. Rolling the inside, thinking about lifting up here against that band, and it's small. I don't want you straining through the knee. Soft bend in through there. It's tough, I know, we've got it. Final two here. Drop it on down. Release that band. Go ahead, take those feet on out of it. And you don't want any tripping hazards, so to the back of the chair or somewhere secure off the floor to the side. Let's go here. So I don't want to say that the work is completely over, just less intense. So lean yourself on back, plant and ground through that left foot so that you don't come sliding forward. Extend the right leg. We're gonna flex those toes up, hold. Point them forward, still holding. Drop it on down. Right foot braces you into the floor. Extend the left leg, flex those toes towards you. 5 seconds here, 5 slow seconds. Point. So you're opening the front of the ankle. Arches can get a little crampy, so we're not gripping strong through that arch. Release it on down, back to the right leg. Flex those toes up, and then thinking about turning the foot in and out. Rotate it in, rotate it out. So moving through that ankle, and it could look completely different than mine. Set it on down. Let's take it here. Same thing with the left. Find the movement first. And then we're not turning the leg, we're turning the foot in and out. Staying out of any range of motion that seems painful or too aggressive. Just getting these joints moving. Set it on down. You're gonna feel those thighs here, I know. Hopefully you can forgive me and you'll still meet me back here for the next workout. Extend that right leg, flex those toes up, 5 circles out. You're not moving through the knee or the hip, it's all in the ankle. Not a fast movement, but a smooth, large movement. 2 more. Set it on down. Same thing here with the left. Take those circles out. Set it on down. All right, here we go. Bring it on up. Circles in. Last one. Take it on down to the left. Set that on down. Great job. Go ahead here underneath the knee. Hug this right leg up and in. Drop those shoulders. Set that one on down. Let's check in with the left side. Set that one on down. To the toes or flat feet, balls of the feet, windshield, windshield wiper here. Take it on over. If you get that little warning signal from the body, respect it. You don't have to push or be aggressive. Side to side here gently. Great job. Bring them on in, set them next to each other. Pull those hips back, lean yourself forward, round into that low back. We didn't have a ton of movement here today involving the low back, but if the legs are working, there is always a chance that your low back and pelvis may have been involved in those movements. So just checking in here. It's always nice to just stretch through that low back anyhow. Lean it forward, pull a little bit of height and length through the crown of the head. And as you drop down through this rounding movement here, it'll be a nice glute stretch. And we're not achieving that by dropping the belly and arching the low back. We're just kind of pulling the upper body away, at the same time pushing those hips down. From the tailbone first, pull it back and slowly round and roll to restack. Just take a little shake here through each of those legs, one at a time. Bring it up into the upper body, move it around, good deep breath in. And then exhale, let it go. I hope that you enjoyed building strength through the lower body here today, working on developing that support through the joints and also improving some of that joint mobility. I will meet you back here for the next amazing workout. Please continue taking good care of yourselves. And as always, thanks for watching.